Hello and welcome to Box, where we unbox, review and demonstrate the latest tech. Today we have with us the Iiyama G-master Red Eagle GB3266QSU-B1 by 5" QHD gaming monitor. Relatively new to the market after releasing in the later part of 2020, this monitor will catch your eye as a well-priced, curved, high-quality gaming monitor that holds some of the most sought-after specs. So taking it fresh out of the box, we instantly come across a handful of connection cables alongside the stand for a quick and easy setup. Iiyama has provided you with a variety of cables from DisplayPort to HDMI, so you're equipped with everything that you need to play games at peak quality. The stand is completely screwless, the supporting arm just twists into place out of the box and the square base fits nicely into the base of the arm. So after putting the monitor in place and connecting it up to our custom-built PC, we're ready to take a close look at some of the design features on this monitor. So at first glance it doesn't look too much like a gaming monitor. It's nice to see that it can fit into any office, bedroom or living space without giving away the serious gaming tech that's built in. You'll find no lights on the back of this monitor, which helps it blend in nicely to any home office environment. Though I have seen that along the left and the right sides of the back, they've added some nice grey strips for a subtle stylised look. It blends in nicely to any space. The stand is adjustable, allowing you to raise and lower the screen as well as tilt it slightly forwards and back. You also get a decent side-to-side swivel for angling it perfectly at your eye line and keeping it away from any glare. Of course it will tilt a lot to one side but not on the other, but I feel this may be just for packing purposes as seen earlier and not necessarily for angling the screen for comfort, so I wouldn't suggest using this. It's a really simple stand with a cable tidy slot just under the display and a large square base to keep it steady. It's not too obtrusive and blends in nicely to any dark desk space, while still offering a nice flat space for any other accessories underneath such as your keyboard and mouse. However, if you don't have the space, there is a 100 by 100mm VESA mount on the back for wall mounting. Even though this is a curved monitor, the mount is still flat enough on the back to achieve that nice flush wall fixture, which is good to see. On the back you'll find a nice mix of ports, connections and buttons to help get the most out of your gaming experience. Iiyama has provided you with 2 HDMIs, 2 display ports, a 3.5mm headphone port, 2 3.0 USBs, a USB 3.0 A to B connection, and 2 3.0 USBs on the side of the monitor. I love how Iiyama has given you plenty of choice with multiple access points, so you don't have to worry when wanting to plug in multiple devices at once. When it comes to the HDMIs, you can only achieve max resolution at 144Hz with HDMI 2, while HDMI 1 only supports a max of 75Hz at max resolution. But of course you can still reach stunning results from the display ports, which you'll see demonstrated throughout this video. Taking a look from the front, we have a good sized bezel around the top and sides with a slightly thicker section on the base for the power LED and logo placement. Now this monitor comes in a wide variety of sizes and specs, depending on what you want from it. We have the 31.5" QHD HDR curved monitor with 144Hz refresh rate, but there are various display type options such as wide and ultra wide, as well as offering that higher 165Hz refresh rate. Of course, the price holds a large percentage of the difference here, so I find that this monitor is a good middle ground between the other options. It may not be an ultra-wide monitor, but you can still get the decent refresh rate, response time and surprising curvature for a standard size display. The display is a matte finish VA LED with an 1800R curved screen and a 2560 by 1440 resolution. Getting down to the finer details, you'll find this screen has an impressive 3000:1 static contrast ratio as standard that can reach 80 million to 1 in some of the higher spec game titles. So taking all of this into consideration, I really feel that we get a good glimpse of the quality output even after just playing a handful of games. The colours look rich and the blacks are deep, which is good to see in a matte display. I played a few games of different genres and they're all played out nicely with no noticeable lag or picture inconsistencies, which is really reassuring. I felt that the slight curvature really stood out during gameplay because I felt more immersed with the screen subtly reaching around me. I felt less distracted with my surroundings, giving off a unique experience while making gameplay more comfortable. When using the monitor for general use such as browsing the internet or watching a movie or a YouTube video, I saw no drastic change in picture quality from the gameplay with great visuals even at an angle. Just like all good gaming monitors, you'll find a small joystick on the back of the monitor to help navigate menus quickly. Easy to reach and simple to manage, this handy tool allows direct access to the quick display settings menu that dictates what features are active and lets you manage the display quality in real time. Each directional input brings up a different hotkey menu such as volume and input controls for quick change settings. The main use I found for this joystick is to help me bring up the OSD. Now this is a little pop-up menu that appears in the bottom right of the display by pushing the joystick down once for general settings and twice for the more in-depth OSD. Not only can I adjust picture settings, I can quickly toggle the sought after gameplay enhancements such as AMD FreeSync Premium and HDR, which is very handy when switching between games. It's also incredibly helpful to find out everything that your monitor can do, as it pretty much lists every feature to enhance the picture while letting me see how it affects display quality at the same time. Now what I'm surprised to see is that this monitor comes with two 5-watt built-in speakers. Now I know that most users are skeptical when it comes to anything built-in, as they can sometimes be disappointed, but honestly these speakers are relatively decent for playing games and watching videos. I did crank up the volume to full a few times while watching videos, and the audio quality was kind of beautifully balanced with little to no distortion. Of course it's not as rich as the sound produced by dual surround sound speakers, but it didn't disrupt gameplay as it sounded pretty level and clear even at half volume. It does come with a headphone jack on the back if you did want to upgrade the speaker system, but honestly I found these speakers quite sufficient if you just take a moment to listen here. When taking any monitor out of the box, it is really important to check the display for any deformities. I put this monitor through a series of display tests to make sure it was as good as it says on the box. The backlight bleed tests passed with flying colours with no clouding at all and a beautifully consistent black picture. During the dead pixels test, I saw no flaws, with each colour putting out a nice solid image. The brightness between 50 and 100 was perfect in both daylight and dark settings. Even after a quick brightness test, the monitor shows a wonderful range between 100 and 4000 nits, and after playing a variety of content on the monitor, I could see the picture clear and bright each time from multiple angles, which is pretty impressive for a low-cost monitor. Getting down to the gaming performance, we tried out a variety of titles just to see how the display adapts to various types of games. With this monitor, you get a decent 144Hz refresh rate with a 1 millisecond motion picture response time. As you can see, the games play beautifully smooth with no visible stuttering or ghosting. I feel this is all down to the supporting picture enhancements available that help reduce flicker and maintain that super sharp image. Even sitting relatively close when filming gameplay, the picture quality was stunning no matter what title I played, and even without touching any of the settings. Now I did try a multitude of games using both the FreeSync Premium Pro and the HDR enhancements. It really helped when playing QuickTime events and racing the streets at high speed because the image remained smooth throughout. The difference may not be completely noticeable to the naked eye, but it really did save my eyes from strain because I knew it was working behind the scenes to keep the picture smooth and sharp no matter what I was playing. You can see it hard at work here, easily keeping the picture consistent and the colours bright. Though you may not see the difference if you start playing the game with the settings enabled already, once you turn them off it's completely noticeable and you'll never want to play without them again. So what do you think about the Iiyama G-master Red Eagle GB3266QSU curved gaming monitor? Please let us know in the comments, and if you did like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to Box, where you'll find plenty more reviews on the latest tech. And as always, thanks for watching.